On December 20th, 2012, America was faced with the sad reality that the smash hit MTV show The Jersey Shore was coming to a close. The Jersey Shore reality TV show exploded onto televisions across the United States in December of 2009, and after 6 very successful seasons, MTV announced that it was time to put a bow on it. The final season of the show averaged 4.5 million viewers per episode. This kind of popularity gave an unprecedented celebrity status to its cast members, ushering in a new class of MTV Hall of Famers such as Mike the Situation, Snooki, Vinny, Pauly D, and others. But with the cast outgrowing their youthful party days, it was time for MTV to find its next group of rebellious kids to introduce to their audience. Little did they know that they were currently sitting on what would be the most controversial single-season television series in MTV history.
Metric mutations.
I have an emergency. I have 3 dead people up on top. It's called Haley's Flat up Wolf Pen. My name.
Okay, calm down. Where at up there?
Up Wolf Pen.
Okay.
They were going to write about a missing persons.
Does it look like what happened? Can you tell?
No, they're.
Huh?
No.
No. Does it look like any gun or anything's been used? Or
No.
anything?
No. It's butthole.
A few years prior to the Jersey Shore's 6th season, a couple Los Angeles-based entertainment executives were riding around the back roads of rural West Virginia when they came across a local 21-year-old garbage man and his best friend broken down on the side of the road. They told the kids that they were looking for a group of rebellious teens from West Virginia who would be willing to star in a reality TV show about their lives.
They were looking for a replacement for Jersey Shore, so this was cast a little differently. What they wanted to do was find this organic friend group, and they found 2 of our cast members broke down by the side of the road and offered them a ride, and they said they laughed so hard in the car ride just to take them home that's how they knew they found the right people.
They actually found us. We were just a group of friends. They found some of our group of friends, and then they brought some people in. They were like, hey, we're all mutual friends here. Let's just all get together, and then see if they like you guys. And they liked all of us as a group, and it just went from there.
This SUV pulls up, and the guy gets out, and he's like, hey, we want to make a TV show. And I'm like, what?
Get out of here.
What? Get out of here, right? What are you doing over my heart, buddy? I'll shoot you. Get out of here.
The kids expressed interest in the project and told the producers to hop in their truck. They took the city slickers out mudding and showed them what they do for fun out in the holler. They hit it off, and the Hollywood executives knew that day that they were sitting on a pile of reality TV gold. One of the Hollywood executives from that day was no rookie to the entertainment industry, and he wasn't your average Hollywood executive either. JP Williams is his name, and he is responsible for bringing America talents such as Jeff Foxworthy and Larry the Cable Guy. After working for his uncle's nightclub booking agency straight out of high school, he eventually ran into an up-and-coming comedian by the name of Jeff Foxworthy. Foxworthy appealed to a blue-collar audience, which resonated with Williams, who was a native of Morgantown, West Virginia. Williams was able to recognize the potential in the untapped market of redneck comedy. Together, Williams and Foxworthy created the blue-collar comedy tour, The Movie. They created the movie to be an alternative to the box office hit Original Kings of Comedy tour. That show was for urban hip people, Mr. Foxworthy said, but that show left out the people who were not hip. They're the ones who wake up every morning and go to work and go to war, and daggone, there's a whole lot of them out there. When the Blue Collar Comedy Tour hit the big screen, the movie initially flopped. The movie cost around $2 million to produce, but only grossed around $634,000 for Warner Brothers at the box office. The film was rushed to DVD to try and salvage the money lost on the project. The film ended up selling 500,000 units. This was enough to garner attention of Catherine Mitchell, an executive for Comedy Central who picked up the film for the network. Blue Collar Comedy Tour, the movie, debuted on the network in November of 2003 and was the highest rated film ever on Comedy Central, which then turned into a sequel, and the network ordered 6 more films. This also boosted DVD sales to over 3 million more units sold, and over $85 million in DVD sales. Parallel Entertainment Inc., Williams' company, was bringing in over $75 million a year. JP also witnessed the rise in stardom of Larry the Cable Guy. Williams' company put up $62,000 to produce Larry the Cable Guy's solo film, Get Her Done, which went on to generate over $15 million in video stores. Larry the Cable Guy went on to become a global phenomenon and an American icon. So when JP came across Shane Gandee in Sissonville, West Virginia, he knew that the potential was there. On November 29, 2012, MTV released a press release for its new West Virginia-based reality TV show, BuckWild. The show would be taking over the Thursday night time slot previously held by the Jersey Shore. MTV promised 12 episodes of the TV show that was produced by Parallel Entertainment Inc. and Zoo Productions. The show would run for 6 weeks, releasing 2 half-hour episodes back-to-back every Thursday. The first episode of the show introduced America to its next reality TV superstar, Shane Gandee. Shane was the network's obvious choice as the lead character on the show. A blue-collar worker, former prom king from Sissonville, who actually skipped his prom because he had to work. He was as entertaining as anyone you'd ever seen on reality TV. From his West Virginian accent, jackass-style stunts, or his likable personality, the audience truly gravitated towards Shane.
The craziest place I ever had sex was this one time I took this girl mudding, and I had my truck in two-wheel drive, and I got stuck up in two-wheel drive, and I was like, oh, we're stuck now, so now we gotta wait for somebody to come pick us up. She's like, well, what are we gonna do? I said, well, let's get it on. And then I got done having sex with her. I locked it in four-wheel drive, pulled right out of the mud hole, took her back home, and that's the last I seen of her.
Kara was another star in the show who was portrayed as a girl that all the boys in the holler were after. Shay was a clear Southern belle in the show, a nursing student, college girl who is also a country girl through and through. We were also introduced to Joey and Tyler, good friends of Shane, and Anna and Katie, who live with Kara and Shay. At the end of the debut episode, Anna got into a fight with a neighbor over noise complaints, which resulted in the four getting evicted from the house. The series premiere was a smash hit, hitting the charts at number 2 and number 3 in the ratings, only losing to the 2013 Fiesta Bowl. However, not everyone was a fan of the show.
Okay, you ready for some educational television? Faced with the imminent demise of its reality show Jersey Shore, MTV is now turning to West Virginia for a new show that is already making people very angry, just like the Jersey Shore did at the beginning.
BuckWild premiered last night. It features young people having a good old time, but some say it sends the wrong message.
I guess they thought that we were all uneducated.
It just feeds into all the stereotypes about West Virginia.
You could find all kinds of people that live in Sissonville, West Virginia, and they're not people like that are going to be portrayed in BuckWild.
This is the white trash, redneck Jersey Shore. What I saw in the promo reel was an orgy of young people with utter and complete lack of any concern for their future. I was astonished.
But it's not even the critics shooting the strongest criticism. Joe Manchin, the former governor and just re-elected senator of West Virginia.
I'm understanding they took 4 or 5, 6 different takes to get them to act as outrageously as they wanted to get it really sensational. What I saw is not what I see in everyday life in West Virginia. Is this what we're trying to promote? For the sake of an almighty dollar? For the sake of TV ratings? Is this what you want to say that we should be looking up to?
He doesn't realize that the more he says that, the bigger the show will be when it premieres. He should just zip it, you know.
The West Virginia Film Office denied tax credits to the producers over concerns the show would negatively portray the state's young males. Regardless of the opinions of the locals and the government backlash, this controversy skyrocketed the show's ratings. This was straight out of the Jersey Shore playbook.
MTV's Jersey Shore. Positive for New Jersey or negative?
Negative for New Jersey.
They parachuted these losers into New Jersey.
BuckWild Season 1 went on to average over 3 million viewers per episode. The sudden fame became a lot for the cast of the show. After the second episode, Katie said, "She went downtown in Morgantown and everybody wanted a picture of me. I couldn't even get in and out of the bars. I was just being bombarded all the time." Shane admitted to having fans from Canada and Nebraska show up at Wolfpen Holler asking for photos, and that he stopped going out as much due to always having to take pictures wherever he went. The producers also gave Shane a phone to promote the show on social media, but he never used a phone, nor did he ever get any social media. After the first season finished, the cast was flown out to LA to begin talks of a second season. They were told if they were to sign a second season, they would most likely get 3 more. MTV signed the show to a second season, and according to Vulture, the pay increase for the cast was nearly 400% higher than season 1. However, when things were looking good for the show, things took a dramatically dark turn.
Top story, a local reality television star is in trouble with the law.
Just 4 days after the season 1 finale, one of the cast members, Salwa Ayman, who was introduced later later on in the show, was arrested after the local authorities were surveilling a house in Summersville, West Virginia, after being tipped off on the constant in and out traffic coming out of the house. Sawa and 2 others were hiding in the backyard shed when the police found the 3 of them and the oxycodone in her purse, heroin, and lots of cash. She was booked on 2 counts of drug possession and intent to deliver. A month later, she was arrested a second time after blowing off a court date and failing a mandatory drug test, testing positive for oxycodone and morphine. This time, she would remain in jail until her next court date, and in 2014, she was sentenced to 5 years in prison. But this was only the beginning of dark times for the BuckWild cast, when a month later, the unimaginable happened. The cast had just began filming season 2 when Shane Gandee disappeared. Shane was difficult to get a hold of because he still did not have a cell phone. Close friends of Shane said it was not strange for him to go missing for a few days, but it was strange when he did not show up for church the morning of Easter or for Easter dinner that evening. This is when Joey and Shane's family began their search. The day before, Shane and Joey had been drinking at Larry's bar. Shane and Joey had discussed going mudding later on in the night, and around 3 a.m., Shane left Joey at the bar and left with his uncle and a family friend. The 3 of them left the bar to go mudding, something they had done hundreds if not thousands of times. But this time would be their last. After 3 of them passed away due to carbon monoxide poisoning, after the tailpipe of Shane's Ford Bronco was submerged underneath the mud and took the lives of all 3 men in the vehicle. It wasn't until 31 hours later that they found the 3 of them unalive inside the Bronco, after searching everywhere except for right behind Shane's house. It never occurred to anyone that this is where they would be found, because Shane would usually just walk home if he got stuck back there, no matter how cold or dark it was. This is somewhere where Shane had gone mudding hundreds of times.
We received word that someone had seen a vehicle wrecked in the woods near Shane's house. That prompted the response here. First responders located a wrecked Ford Bronco.
It was Joey's father who suggested that they check the location, and that's when he saw Shane's white and red Ford Bronco submerged under mud.
Monday, April 1st, 2013. The time, 11:24 a.m.
Metro Communications.
I have an emergency. I have 3 dead people up on top. It's called Haley's Flat up Wolf Pen. My name.
Okay. Where at up there?
Up Wolf Pen.
Okay.
They want to ratify a missing persons.
Do you know an address?
Sandy, I don't know an address.
Do you see a house number or anything?
It's Thaxton Holler, Soul Lane.
Soul Lane?
Soul, S-O-L.
Okay. How far up on Soul Lane?
Soul Lane. The paramedics that live out here in Sissonville they'll know. Thaxton Holler.
Okay, honey, there's no guarantee that those medics are on duty. How far up Soul Lane?
Ma'am, I don't know. We're up on top of a hill.
You're on a hill? Is it at a house they're at?
No, they're up on a hill in a mud hole in their Bronco, too. We've been looking for them for 2 days. Oh, my God.
Is there any way somebody can meet them off the hill?
I can meet them down there and bring them up here. That's the only thing I know to do.
Okay, where do you want to meet them at?
I know. I'll come up with Wolf Pen and Thaxton Holler. I'm coming out there on a 4-wheeler.
You're going to meet there at Wolf Pen and Thaxton Holler?
Oh, my God.
Are they inside the vehicle?
Yeah, all 3 of them. How many's in there, 2? Is it just David and Shane? All right.
What's their names?
It's David Gandee and Shane Gandee.
David and Shane Gandee?
Yeah.
Does it look like what happened? Can you tell?
No, they're...
Huh?
No.
No. Does it look like any gun or anything's been used? Or anything?
No. It's butthole.
Does it look like somebody's done anything to them, or?
No.
But they're definitely not breathing, correct?
No, man.
Are they
cold? When you get in a truck and you hit mud holes. I'm kind of nervous.
You'll be fine.
It's really fun. Okay, so you get in the bed of a truck. I just don't want it to go fast. It's going to go fast, or you're going to get stuck in a mud hole. Has anybody ever gotten, really hurt?
Just 3 people die every year.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Even though the show had a better debut than its predecessor, Jersey Shore, and audiences across the country falling in love with this group of friends from West Virginia, MTV decided to pull the plug on the show. On April 14, 2013, MTV decided to show a tribute to Shane when they aired BuckWild, West Virginia to the NYC, a collaboration episode with Guy Code member Charlemagne the God and Lil Duval. This would be the last episode ever produced for BuckWild. JP Williams, however, wanted the show to go on. After MTV canceled the show, Williams had the following to say: say, MTV is the most hypocritical network out there. Van and Suzanne can keep promoting premarital sex and promoting leaving the baby after you have it. I'm so glad they have found their moral bar. Apparently MTV and Williams were in negotiations to let the show continue on a different network, but MTV decided against it. Shay also had a tough time with MTV's decision to cancel the show, and she told fans on Twitter to tweet at MTV to save the show and that Shane would have wanted the show to go on. And she also decided to send shots at MTV for having shows on the air about teenage pregnancy, calling them bad moms. Janelle Evans from Teen Mom decided to respond with her own string of tweets stating the following: "Sorry if you guys like to party and traffic drugs and have your cast members locked up. MTV doesn't like that much." Shay responded with her own receipts of Janelle's mugshots, and Janelle told Shay she needs to focus more on the incident that occurred and not a stupid show. Other cast members took to Twitter as well, supporting the idea that Shane would have wanted the show to go on. MTV put out a statement following Shane's death. "We are shocked and saddened by the terrible news about Shane Gandee and those involved in this tragic incident. We are waiting for more information, but at this time, our main concern is for the Gandee family and their friends. Our thoughts and prayers are with them. Shane had a magnetic personality with a passion for life that touched everyone he met, and we will miss him dearly." In October of 2014, MTV premiered a new television show called Slednecks that followed a group of friends living in Alaska. Although it was often thought of as a BuckWild reboot, MTV's president said it was not BuckWild in a different setting, but it will be focused on the unusual experiences of a different group of people. The show was also canceled after one season, but that was due to the low ratings. Apparently MTV and JP Williams made up later on because the show was also produced by JP Williams' company, Parallel Entertainment, and Zoo Production, the same production companies that produced BuckWild. And in 2018, Williams gave it one last shot when he produced a new TV series by the name West Virginia Wilder, which the IMDb description of the show reads, "Exploring the lives of hardworking teens and 20-somethings in West Virginia." A trailer was dropped on May 18th on the show's own YouTube channel. Just like in 2013, Governor Manchin spoke out about the series. Williams responded that Manchin was just looking for attention again and said they would be announcing a home for the TV series the following week. However, on May 31st, 2018, Viacom, MTV's parent company, responded stating they have no plans to air the show, nor do they have any part in the production of the show. The show was never released, and that was pretty much the end of any attempt at a remake of MTV's most controversial single-season television series. If you guys like this video, please drop a comment down below and consider clicking subscribe. Thank you.